Hello and welcome. This is for all us fatty girls. We talking about trying to lose some of this weight and doing it at being a woman of a certain age. Um, and when I say woman of a certain age, I mean older, mature, postmenopausal, perimenopausal. That means for me, my definition of a woman of a certain age, I would say is 40 and over. And the topic that we're going to be discussing today is weight loss and how it how it's so difficult to lose weight. And I can understand why, because as you age, metabolisms slow down, and bodies just can't do what they used to do. That's just plain and simple. You know, um you just can't do like you don't have the energy anyway, you know, because again, menopause is tough. It's tough. It's not a walk in the park. It's for a lot of women. I can say for me, it was easy as pie. I didn't have any problems actually. If I did, I wasn't aware of it. I'm just going to be honest. If I did have any problems during menopause, I did not know it. Like they say, the terrible night sweats, the terrible mood swings, all that kind of thing. I did not have. Now, what I have is something but I've had it all my life. So I have PCOS, and that's polycystic ovarian something, which causes me to grow hair on my face. And I've been like that all my life. I've never known a time when I didn't have hair on my face. But that's what God chose for me. And I remove it constantly. I have the worst skin in the world, and I don't know. And now here I am. I'm about to be, if Lord says the same, I'm about to be 60 years old. So, um, it's something that I've just learned to deal with. You either accept me or you don't. So, there's that. Anyway, there I must say there was a time when I couldn't share that, and I would feel really bad. And I still do dislike the hair on my face very much. But it's not as big a deal. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's just as big a deal because I'm a woman. I am biologically a woman. I'm physically a woman. And that is not something that's conducive to what is considered womanhood. And I hate it. I'm just going to be honest. I've hated it all my life. It's not, and I know we live in a society where those things can be acceptable, because of the LGBTQIA and all that good stuff. And I appreciate it for that reason. I don't have to feel as bad as I used to because it's becoming much more acceptable for these things that aren't acceptable to be accepted. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. So anyway, I back to the weight loss. It has been, I can't remember ever being a small person, but I've gotten to a point to where the weight is just too much. I've never been this big in my life. I've always had some weight on me, but never this big. And it's driving me crazy. which has caused me to have other health problems, uh, problems with my knees, and I'm arthritic, and the age, and the postmenopausal, all of that. I'm just kind of, for lack of a better word, I'm just kind of coming apart here, so to speak. And I wish that I could come up, or I wish I could find a safe way in which to lose weight without using drugs. Um, I I'm one of those persons that if I'm not motivated to do so, I won't do so. Um, I need a trainer, just to be honest. But the cost of trainers, again, I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm not making money like I used to. I have to consider how I spend my money. Um, but I need to train. I need to train because I'm not at an age where I couldn't, or I'm not in a position to where I couldn't. I it is difficult, like I said, because I do experience knee pain from arthritis, and it's difficult for me to work out. It's difficult for me to work because I'm in constant pain. Um, it'll be the left knee this month, and next month it'll be the right knee. It'll be both knees at the same time, and the pain is so severe that I can barely walk. I remember, as a kid, we used to laugh and pick and talk about arthritis and this, that, and the other. And now that I actually, and during the talk, while I was running my mouth and picking and laughing, right then I had arthritis. It just hadn't gotten so severe yet. And now it's gotten to the point to where, it's not funny anymore because being kids, and kids don't know, that's what kids do. Kids are silly. Now it's not so funny because I'm having to deal with the pain and the swelling and the missing work because I can't stand uh, the pain because I can't sit if I sit too long, I get stiff. If I stand too long, I'm in pain. If I roll over and my knees knock together, it's pain. My knees are popping and clicking and clacking, and it's just something else. It's just something all the time. And I know that if I could lose some weight, I think it would make a significant difference in my knees. Um, if we do an update, I have lost approximately 15 pounds. And I've just gotten to the point where I'm making up my mind that I'm not eating all day. And not that I ever did. It's just that when I did eat, I ate. I don't know that I ate I don't know that I ate so much more than anyone. Um, I don't know that my calorie intake is to the point that, I'm gaining all of this weight. I think it's due to the menopausal change. And because, and I'm not making excuses, because when I'm hungry and I want to eat, trust me, I can eat down, baby. I can eat. Yes, ma'am. We're not going to play that game. So, but normally, I eat once a day, and then I am truly a carnivore. I'm sorry, but I love the meat. And then I also love the potatoes, and I love the macaroni and cheese. I am not a vegetable eater. I'm just not. I do not like vegetables other than corn and potatoes and beans. Um, I like a bell pepper and an onion and things of that nature. But when it comes to eating that green stuff, like green beans, collard greens, turnip greens, that kind of asparagus and broccoli and all that, that is gross. I just do not. Just the smell of it makes me sick to the stomach. Believe it or not. I just cannot. I don't care how you cook it. I don't care. Now, I have learned to appreciate a good cabbage, but I have to have something how people just eat cabbage. And I find it strange because I love coleslaw. I love coleslaw. I love it. But to eat a cooked cabbage, I have to have the meat in it, the seasons in it, the this and the that and the that, because I just cannot. And I don't know what it is because my parents, they're vegetable eaters. They love them. They love them. They eat them just straight out of the garden. You don't have to cook them. They do all that. They they had us eat vegetables. They prepared vegetables. And if I cannot eat my mother's, I cannot eat vegetables. And I have honestly tried. I'm going to tell you this story. I had went and gotten Chinese food. Okay. So when I get Chinese food, I get stuff like, I like chicken and mushrooms, beef and peppers, um, things like that. Okay. And then I have to pick the little carrots out. You know how they have the carrots and stuff. I have to pick that. But I like carrot and raisin salad. But I can't eat cooked carrots. I can't, I can't eat cooked carrots. I cannot do it. But anyway, I had got some beef and broccoli. Said I was going to try this. Let me do this. I'm going to do it. So I ate this beef and broccoli, and I actually liked it. So I decided that I'm going to cook me some broccoli. Broccoli and cheese, broccoli with a sauce. Ooh, because this broccoli was good. It really was. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can eat broccoli. And this is when I was just really super on this. We're going to lose weight. And I'm trying to, incorporate some vegetables into my meals and less meat. When I tell you that broccoli that I cooked just confirmed how disgusting broccoli is to me. Oh my gosh. It had them little beads on the top. Oh Lord. And when I bit into that broccoli, them little beads, it's like they were moving all by themselves in my mouth. And I thought I would die. Lord, I will never. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die. When I tasted that broccoli that I made, it was, it just confirmation. We don't eat broccoli. We do not eat broccoli. So I said that to say it's very difficult for me. Green beans, just the smell of them. It just sends me. And I know that I need to learn how to, but I cannot. I just can't. Lord Jesus, I have tried. So in the midst of me trying, I've found that I love Alfredo. So I am going to start, or I have started to incorporate, and I love rice too. I could eat Alfredo and rice every day, especially my own homemade Alfredo sauce and rice. I could eat it every day. I have learned, and I've been in the practice of trying to eat that, and I may reward myself once, twice a week, and just get me a burger. I have to, you know. Um, I'm making it a habit to eat a lot of chicken, and I love fish, so I don't have a problem with those, um, because I'm trying to, again, lose weight during the postmenopausal stage of my life. And I have, as I said before, I've lost 15 pounds. Um, I was walking on my treadmill, but within the last month or so, I haven't really been able to do that because of the pain in my knees, during which I think the reason why I'm having so much pain is because um, it's actually not because we're in the jungle somewhere, but it's actually rainy season here where I live. Currently, we're getting a lot of rain. It has rained for the last 4 days. My grass is over a foot tall because I can't, and it's really coming down rain. And when it rains, when you get older, and you hear them old people say, "Ooh, it must be gonna rain because my hip and my knee or my joints hurt." It is true. It is true. As a matter of fact, this week, Sunday night, Sunday. Well, actually, it's been more than that because, like I said, it's the rainy season, and my knees have not stopped hurting since the beginning of April. Because these are April showers. April April showers bring May flowers, and that's what's going on right now. Now, next month in May, I think, when and if the rains subsides, I think I'll do better on my dieting because that'll allow me to be more active. It'll be less pain, less swelling, less discomfort because of the warm. And if the Lord says the same, I'm getting back on my treadmill. I'm trying to prevent myself having to have knee surgery, which I don't know if that's going to work because I had a parent that had both knees replaced. And I think this is something that may be hereditary for me. And if I remember correctly, my parent was around my age, maybe a few years younger when they had their replacements done. So hopefully that won't hinder my weight loss journey. Again, I would like some other women's input on menopausal, postmenopausal, perimenopausal weight loss. This has really been a struggle for me. Um, I just don't want to live the rest of my life fat and unhappy. Um, I don't want to look like a greyhound. I don't want to be that skinny. I don't. I just want to. I want to be thinner than what I am and healthy. Like the kids say, I just want to be thick. I don't want to be fat. I want to look nice in my clothes and things of that nature. Um, I just want to be able to be mobile, be able to get around and enjoy the latter years of my life without the concerns of diabetes, high blood pressure. Speaking of that, I'm currently taking medication for high blood pressure, which, if I lose the weight, I won't have to take. So there are motivating factors, but I'm the kind of person that if I don't feel like doing it, which I mean is anybody, But because if I don't feel like doing it, I won't. But if I have a motivator, someone, who calls me, who texts me and says, let's go work out or something, things of that nature. But I have to take responsibility for my own weight loss and just do it. So, um, encouraging words would be nice. I would like to hear from some women. Um, Give me some pointers. Let me know what I can do, what I should do, and let's work on getting this weight off together. GSKP, just a moment. Thank you for joining me. April 30, 2025. Again, GSKP TV, taking a moment just to share, not a real video. Thank you for listening to all my peach trees and my sunflower seeds. I hope to hear from you soon. Like, comment, subscribe. As I always say, I am my brother's keeper, and I love you. Bye.